In the shadows of despair, a chilling choice awaits. What is the true cost of salvation when your very soul is on the line? For David, a young man of 21, life had become a relentless storm. No job, no money, just the constant struggle to keep the lights on and food on the table. His mother toiled endlessly, and his younger siblings looked to him with hopeful eyes, yet he felt he had nothing to offer. This was not just poverty, it was a spiritual burden. Every sunrise brought the same question. How much longer could he endure this crushing weight? His integrity, his very spirit, felt tested daily by the harsh realities of his existence. One night, a message appeared on his phone from an unknown number. "We can change your life. Meet us. Tonight." Desperation, a dangerous counselor, whispered, "What if this is your only chance? What if this is the answer to your prayers?" For those facing the abyss, such an offer can seem like divine intervention, but true wisdom often lies in questioning the source of sudden unearned fortune. Is it a blessing or a subtle snare? They greeted him with unsettling warmth, almost like long-lost friends. "We're here to help people like you," one said, his voice smooth and persuasive. "People who are struggling, who deserve a second chance." They spoke of opportunity, of lifting him from the mire of poverty. Then, they handed him an envelope. It wasn't a fortune, but for David, it was more money than he had ever held. "This is just to help you get back on your feet," they smiled. "We'll talk again soon." A gift, seemingly without strings, yet a deep unease settled in his heart. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. David's life improved, just slightly. Better food, bills paid on time, a small sense of relief. Yet his soul remained restless. At night, he lay awake, a gnawing question echoing in his mind. Why me? Why this money? He knew countless others suffered more deeply. Why were they not offered such a lifeline? A quiet voice within him, the voice of conscience, whispered, "This gift is not free. There is a price, and it may be far greater than you imagine." The day came when they called him back. This time, there was no envelope. Instead, they placed a thick, black, leather-bound book on the table, adorned with strange markings. Beside it lay a silver blade. "This," one said, his voice low and commanding, "is your real opportunity, a covenant, a pledge that you will work for us, that you will trust us above all else, even above God." David's chest tightened. He remembered his grandmother's words, "Money can feed you, but it can also chain you." This was the ultimate ethical dilemma, material gain versus spiritual integrity. "Once you sign in blood," they pressed, "your loyalty will be proven. Then we give you more than you've ever imagined." David stared at the blade, at the book, at the promise of unholy wealth. The honey was sweet, but his soul could taste the poison. David pushes the book back. "No," David said, his voice firm and slow. "I can't do this." The men exchanged a cold, knowing look. "You'll regret this," one sneered, his tone chilling. David knew the danger, but his moral compass held true. He chose the path of righteousness, even if it meant walking into uncertainty. His pockets were empty, but his soul was still his own. This was a victory far greater than any material wealth. Hours later, his phone rang. "You think you can just walk away? You've seen too much. People who say no to us don't last long." David swallowed hard. "Are you threatening me?" Then they said to him, "Your life is now in our hands. You can't hide from us." This is how it happens. In places where jobs are scarce and hope is fading, dangerous groups prey on the desperate. They dress their chains in gold, calling them opportunities. They promise wealth, freedom, respect, but the cost is far greater than any amount of money. David made the hardest choice of his life. He left his homeland, not for luxury, but for freedom and peace. In a new country, life wasn't glamorous, but it was honest. He found a secure job, a steady salary, and most importantly, peace of mind. he proved something powerful. Choosing to protect your soul is worth far more than choosing quick, illicit money. Money can vanish overnight, but integrity gives you a freedom no one can take away. Remember this, the freedom of your soul is worth more than all the riches in the world. No amount of money is worth becoming a slave to those who demand your life, your values, and your very essence in return. True strength is the courage to say no. If you or someone you know faces such a moral dilemma, choose integrity. Share this story to inspire others and subscribe for more tales of courage and conviction. Your choices define your freedom.